Chris, thank you. I think it's no accident that we end on a term that is so central to Jewish tradition, wisdom, chachmah, because at the end of the day, that's what will, in fact, create the Jewish future. I want to begin and end with some thank yous. First of all, to all of our presenters who exemplify what the emerging era of Jewish prosumerism is about in its diversity, its creativity, its reflectiveness, and its exciting potential. Second, to our collaborating organizations and sponsors, to the Jewish Federations of North America, UJA Federation of New York, and all the others who helped to make this event possible. Their visions and actions are immeasurably enriching the Jewish present and future. Third, to all of those at the Jewish Education Project and at JESNA, our colleagues, David's and my colleagues, who've worked so hard over the past several months to put this event together, and especially to Debbie Seiden, who's been sitting in the back there with all the technical people. She has been the event coordinator, and believe me, without her work over these many months, none of this would be happening. And last, but by no means least, of course, thanks to all of you for coming together to join in this conversation. Conversation is at the heart of creating a Jewish future that we will all be eager to live in. When we think about changing the world, which has really been central to our theme today, we often think first about new programs or new initiatives, and these certainly have their place. But what really changes the world, what really creates a compelling future, are three things that we've tried to build into this conference. First, big visions. The passion to make change comes from imagining what could be, what should be. Judaism gave humanity the vision of a messianic age, and each of us has the capacity to envision a world that is more just, more humane, more sanctified, more repaired, more perfected, and to find a small way to begin moving toward such a world. Each of our presenters this afternoon has been driven by a vision for Jewish life, a vision for learning, a vision for a better world, and each has found a way to embody that vision in action, and thereby inspire others to forge and embrace their own visions. Second, the world is changed, as Chris indicated, by sharing visions, sharing ideas, sharing insights. Again, for Jews, this is nothing new. For centuries, we've discussed, debated, even argued all ways of sharing as we sought to understand better what is asked of us in our lives. Jewish learning is a social activity, and from it emerges ideas that shape the future. But this kind of sharing is not only about exchanging and enriching our ideas, it's about building relationships, the third key to changing the world. As a covenantal community, we know that individuals acting alone, no matter how heroic, are not decisive. It is our ability to join with others that gives us the reason to believe that our visions need not be fantasies. Vision, sharing ideas, building relationships. This is what prosumerism in Jewish life and learning are really about. It's about entering a conversation in which we are all, young people and adults, well-known figures and new voices, active, imaginative participants. This is the kind of conversation we've tried to begin here today. That conversation should not end here. We hope you'll take back what you've experienced and thought about today to your communities, your institutions, your networks, your circles of friends and colleagues. Continue the conversations. Create your own Jewish Futures conference, as Yechiel Hoffman and his students did. Use the JewishFutures.net website as a resource. Post on our Facebook group. Join the Twitter conversation at #JewishFutures. In fact, tweet your reactions to the conference. Join the Jewish Education Change Network, as Lisa suggested at the beginning, at www.jedchange.net. And plan to join us to continue the conversation at the next Jewish Futures Conference, which will be held on June 4th in New York. Watch the Jewish Futures website for all of the details. We all have things to say, we all have stories to tell, and to listen to and learn from. That's how we will create the Jewish future together. So it's fitting that we close this conference with one more video from our friends at the Jewish Women's Archive. Thank you all. We hope to see you in June, online, and wherever else we're creating the Jewish future.